Okay guys, Mike from Boyer Bows. We just went after the bamboo-backed belly wood laminate. Now, if you just do it like this, like that, and you make your bow, you're going to get what's either a straight longbow or even a string follow longbow, which happens to be just fine. There are people who react very negatively to string follow bows, but they're actually a lot more comfortable to shoot, and they're also, they don't lose that much performance. They really don't. Howard Hill preferred them. Greatest archer maybe that ever lived. One of them anyway. So they're good enough for me. But, okay, let's say yes, you don't like that. You say maybe they're going to get a little string follow. Can I put a recurve into the bow? Can I put a Reflex Deflex? What is a Reflex Deflex? I don't know what a Reflex Deflex is, Mike from Boyer Bows, but could you show me how to put one in a bow? Because I think they just look so nifty. Everyone loves the hybrid longbow these days, and how can I do that? You haven't shown us how to do that. Why haven't you, Mike from Boyer Bows, shown us, your subscribers, how to put a Reflex Deflex into a bow? I don't know. Alright, well, I'm going to do that for you right now. So basically what I'm going to do is maneuver this over a little bit. I built this little pseudo jig here. It's not really a jig like you would see with a recurve. Basically it's a piece of wood, a board. It really doesn't matter what kind you get, but thick enough that it won't bend in comparison to your bow wood. You put a little piece of wood, here, let me get you more of the bird's eye view here. I got a piece of wood here, right? Piece of wood here. I believe it's not quite 2 inches, about 1.5 inches here. The bow on top, 2 inches, where my fingers are, wrapped with cellophane to hold it in place. Then you got another piece here in the middle, right there. That's the middle of the bow. And then I got another piece, obviously a little different this time. I got 2 pieces of wood, but it equals, these are each 3/4 inch, so that is 1.5 inches, with 2 inches off the end here, again wrapped with cellophane. Then what I did was I measured 12 inches. This is it doesn't matter what these numbers are, guys. You can just pick the number out of a hat. That's what I'm doing. I picked this number out of a hat. I decided, for no reason other than because it was convenient, I went 12 inches from the tip of the wood to where I put my first C-clamp. Okay? And I did that on the other end as well. Alright, now, I'm going to back off here, give you a full view. And what are the most important things here? The most important things is that the 2 pieces of wood on each end, same height. The amount of wood you put onto them on each end, the same height, same amount, excuse me. And the distance between the end and your clamp on either end, same height. The last thing, very important, you clamp the bows down at the same rate, the same amount. So, hopefully I'm going to clamp this thing all the way down to the wood at the bottom. And if you hear a great big giant crack, I've gone too far. Okay, we're there. I have not heard a great big giant crack, so I think we're going to be okay. Now we do that to this end. Get my thumb out of the way, dummy. Alright, this one's going to be temperamental. Here we go. And I'm pushing down with my thumb a little bit too, squeezing this wood down to kind of help it go. Eventually, obviously the clamp is now at this point it's taken over, and we are in. Alright, so let's show you what we ended up with. It won't stand up, so let me do something so that it will. Alright, so let's show you what we got now. What we have now is coming off there. There's our Reflex. There's our Deflex. Going into our Reflex once again. Reflex, Deflex, hybrid longbow. Yay! Everyone say yay! Mike from Boyer Bows finally showed us how to make a Reflex Deflex bow. Yay! Now obviously on this one I'm going to have to add more wood to it in the center to make a riser. But I don't mind doing that. And also these curves may look pretty extreme, but once the glue cures up, it's going to... The reason it's going to hold this shape is the glue is going to cure and hold the bow in this position. And once it, but even still, when I take it out of the jig, it's going to lose a little bit of this curve. Let me show you from a distance, maybe that'll give you appreciation. And Reflex, Deflex, hybrid longbow. Everybody, golf clap. I have gloves on, so the golf clap's even louder. Hooray for the drive. Okay, there you go. That's it. Now, obviously there are no rules here. You can make these as extreme or as not extreme as you want. I went with this. Next time I do it, I may go with something else. I mean, none of these things are written in stone. You just got to play around with them and see what works best for your designs. And now this was I believe a 60-inch bow, or something like that. I don't remember. I'll measure it later. But yeah, so a longer bow, I might change the numbers around a little bit. I might make it, you know, deeper or shorter or higher or longer. I don't know. It's just part of the art of it is to do it. You either nail it or you fail it, and when you do fail it, you make your adjustments. That's how I learned how to make bows in the first place. So it's just a lot more of that. Anyway, Reflex, Deflex, you can't say I never did anything for you guys. Alright, Mike from Boyer Bows. We'll see you when these things are cured up.